YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Markell Simons, aka K-Fo, coming at y'all with another trade recap. I took a trade on Trump the other day, and I think I secured 5%. And yeah, I'm just gonna go over the setup, the thought process, just everything behind the setup, right? Because as y'all can see, I'm doing this each and every single week. If y'all are new to the channel, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and click the first link in the description. Join the VIP mentorship. I got people joining the VIP mentorship every day. They're winning trades. They're making 5%, 2%. You know, some people missing the trade because of their timing, but overall, everybody who joined the VIP mentorship is going to eat. It's that simple. You either ride the wave or your surfboard going to break. And I'm going to continue to say that because it's just the truth. I put in the work, and the results always going to speak louder. I don't do too much talking. I let my results speak. But as far as this trade, so my thought process behind this trade, right, is everybody know that we did have, you know, an aggressive sell-off when Trump announced the tariffs on China. And we kind of had some type of cumulative price action that pushed price higher, right? Not a valid model. There was no entry for me to trade. But after having a aggressive expansion towards the upside, you can expect some type of range, right? And what do we have? A range, right? Simple. But at this moment in time, we broke structure back to bearish, right? If you look at, this is actually the breaker structure right here, right? But we just SFP'd it, right? So when you SFP it, then you gotta wait for this market structure to break. We end up breaking it right here. And at this moment in time, I'm gonna go ahead and delete all of this. I think that should be straight. Get rid of this. So at this moment in time, okay, wait, what? All right, so whenever you break structure back to bearish, right, or whenever you're in a downtrend, say from top to bottom, you got a lower high for a lower low. You always pull your range from bottom to top, right? Always. Whenever you're in the uptrend, you pull your range from top to bottom. And this would be your initial range low. This would be your initial range high. And then this would be price tapping into the equilibrium, which is that purple line, confirming this as a valid range. So after we confirm this as a range, you set your alert at the range high and at the range low. And in this situation, we deviated the range low first. So whenever you deviate the range low, you can say, okay, I can expect a potential accumulation schematic in the making. Looking to the left of us, we had a beautiful demand POI that we ended up bouncing from, right? But at this moment in time, you can see like this accumulative price action right here for your second tap. Whenever you have a second tap that has a cumulative price action, it always makes the setup more high probability, just because of the fact that it just showcases market makers filling their positions to reverse price, right? So then this would be your tap 1, this would be your tap 2, and then your tap 3 end up coming and tapping into a beautiful demand POI where we can expect a bounce, right? Because this demand was created prior to getting this aggressive expansion towards the upside. So this could be our potential third tap. So then all you have to do is wait for a breaker structure from this high coming into this low, right? All you got to do is wait for that breaker structure back to bullish. Say you getting lower highs and lower lows. You get that breaker structure back to bullish, boom. This is your confirmation to go long. Go long on the breaker structure. Put your stop below the third tap, which is your invalidation. And then you target the high, which is the opposite extreme point, which is basically where price traded to between these three taps. The highest point price traded to between these three taps, which would be this high right here. Now, Go into replay mode. Let's go see where that breaker structure was. If you follow me, you know you can use 1 minute breaker structures to confirm your models. So looking at market structure from this high, we had, this is basically just one move, and then you got a lower high for a lower low. So in this situation, technically speaking, you're supposed to wait for this high to break, right? I'm advanced. I entered way before this because I seen what I wanted to see. I seen price come to this demand POI, and then I seen this inducement right here. As soon as we took out this low, but we respected this demand, and then we got this low time frame breaker structure right here, this gave me enough conviction to enter the trade. Did I enter on that exact breaker structure? I don't think so. I'm gonna actually pull up my position just to double check. So I entered over here somewhere. I don't know. I think my position is wrong. Is my position wrong? Oh, no. I did enter over here. Let me press play real quick. I said it's go to the 5 minute real quick. Yeah, this is not my position. Well, let me pull up my X real quick. Make sure y'all follow me on X. First link in the description. Let's actually go to that Trump setup. Oh, I secured 4%. Oh, wait, no, 5%. Because I ended up closing my full position right here. But my entry was... Okay, so somewhere on that pullback, I entered. I'm not 100% sure what my entry was. But it was somewhere on this pullback right here. And then I put my stop loss kind of like... This is the correct invalidation. But since we had demand below, I didn't expect price to come all the way back up. Hold on. I think I entered over here. Since we had demand protecting price from coming to this invalidation, I already had moved my stop loss to, I think it was 35. Yeah, I think it was right here, 35. And then I targeted the range high. Very simple. But in this situation, if y'all wanted to enter this trade, right, with the correct entry, I'm going to tell y'all how y'all could have entered this trade. And me going over this helps me even get better entries, right? And be more patient, because I ended up taking a trade before this and got stopped out. So sometimes you don't even have to, get stopped out if you're patient and wait for the perfect entry. But yeah, this was my setup right here. And I targeted the range high for potential. It was like a 7% trade, I think. Potential 7%. Did I close my tutor? I gotta thank the Lord for that hand, and I will. So look, if you look at my Discord, you can see my trade entries. I let everybody know as soon as I enter the trade. As y'all can see right here, entered right there on that inducement. Oh my gosh, that entry was crazy. So I forgot I entered this on my breakout eval, and then on my Bitwnix I entered over there. So that's what it was. That's why I was kind of confused. I had two positions, but I guess my positions is not showing. What is Teo doing? Oh, nothing. Do I have my second position? So my second position is not here, unless it's... Yeah, I don't have my second position, I guess. I must have deleted it on accident. I hate when I do that. But yeah, I end up getting that very, very precise entry. So now I can actually confidently say I entered right here. I forgot, to be honest, because this trade was a few days ago. But as soon as I seen this inducement and I seen price starting to push back up, You know, we got nice buy side liquidity locally, not really no supply to hold price from coming towards our market structure high, right? If it was like a huge supply POI that got created, that'll be different. But as you can see, every time we go to one of these bullish candles, we don't have no type of supply until like right here. And we kind of just squeeze through that. It's not nothing significant because overall, whenever you have a mid-time frame accumulation schematic, that's not going to stop price from pushing higher. We're going to disrespect that every single time. And this was my trade right here. So that's how you could have entered that trade. Just seeing the manipulation at the lows. So seeing price come towards this demand POI, respect it, right? And then you get that final manipulation before getting that breaker structure. Because like I said, you have to wait for market structure to break. And this would have been your market structure high that you would have had to wait to break. But you can always chop down this leg right here. And you getting lower highs and lower lows. So once you break this high, that confirms a rotation back up towards your level 1 market structure, because this is your level 2 market structure. The blue is your level 1. Level 1 is more important, but level 2 can give you a better entry sometimes, depending on how good the return zone is, depending on the pullback. If price is pulling back slow, leaving lower highs, right, leaving buy side liquidity, that gives price a reason to go back up towards that level 1 market structure. So yeah, that's the trade recap. Very simple. The main thing with this trade was just context. As long as you had context, paid attention to context, we had nice buy side liquidity up above. You know, we had all these highs building up right here. If you go on a lower time frame, you can actually see like this is nothing but buy side liquidity. All this is just buy side liquidity. Nice buy side liquidity right here. Buy side liquidity. Right. So when you get this aggressive sell off right here, that's just manipulation. And it's just to mitigate demand over here to the left. And once you start to understand that, then everything becomes more clearer. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this trade recap. Hopefully y'all was able to gain some knowledge from it. Make sure y'all check out my other trade recaps. If you watch every single trade recap that I have on my YouTube channel, I guarantee you will be able to trade how I trade just by watching my videos. So make sure y'all watch all my videos and just study. Main thing is study. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the time and the hours. But as y'all can see, I ended up taking a 30% TP right here. I passed my breakout eval right here. And this 30% TP was on Bitwnix. And then I took another 75%. And then right here, I closed the entire position. And now we kind of slowly falling, dying off kind of. But yeah, it was just great trade. Overall, great entry, precise entries that allow you to de-risk your position the quickest. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Click the first link in the description. Join the VIP mentorship. Come trade with me. Make your first 10K trading. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. It's been your boy K4, and I'm gone. Peace.